My name is Rissa. My family is a typical Muslim family, which, if I may be honest, can be said to be very, very traditional. Aside from my parents, I have a brother, sister, and many uncles, aunties, and cousins. As my ancestors could not stand the thought of educating girls, none of my aunts were educated. Women were so suppressed and repressed. They were always trapped by the dominance of a male. But I and my cousins were lucky. The society changed, and my father ensured that all his children were well educated and was very strict about this. Still, some believed that education would make girls arrogant, and they would bring disgrace to the family. One of my uncles was among them, even though my father was against these thoughts. He never allowed us to do anything other than studying. We girls were not allowed to participate in sports, dance, and other activities. I could never agree with them. I always wondered how blind my family was. Here's my little secret. I was in school band team. Only my sister knew about this, and we hid it from the whole family. My brother was in Delhi. We were good friends, but I never told him about the band. My problem started when our band was selected to the state level. We had to practice a lot, and often I came home late. When my father was home, I had to climb the ladder and slid to the room. If he saw me, it would be the end. He would never fall for my lies, unlike my mother. So now, I couldn't leave the band, nor could I tell my family. To make it worse, my sister's marriage and the competition were in the same week. There were many guests in my house, and I had to use the ladder to reach my room unnoticed. I had become an expert and was proud of my ability to be invisible, literally. One day, as usual, I climbed the ladder. To my horror, I ended up facing my brother and his two best friends. My tongue was frozen. My sister came in time and told my brother everything. I begged him to be quiet. My brother agreed after making me promise that I would leave the band after the competition. Just then, my mother entered, and she was confused to see me there. She became suspicious, and we had to tell her the truth. She was shocked and scolded me. She always obeyed my father and was very upset with me. My brother calmed her and assured her that I would leave the band after the competition. But to make the matters worse, my uncle was at the door. He heard everything and shouted at me. He rushed downstairs to tell my father. Without noticing the guests, he told my father everything and said to him, "You should be ashamed. Your daughter has brought disgrace to the family and blah, blah." I couldn't hear the rest anymore. I saw some people from the groom's side, including his father, among the guests. My head was spinning. I saw them canceling the marriage and leaving because the bride's sister had made a big mistake, has mocked the tradition and broke the rules of the religion. I wanted to run away and disappear from this place. I didn't know how many seconds or minutes passed. Suddenly, the groom's father spoke. "My dear, all the best for the competition." I looked at him in disbelief. He gave me a big smile, and even promised that he will be there to hear our band. My sister is lucky to get a family which is not blind like mine. All guests left, and now it's my family's turn. My uncle was burning with fury. I was sure that my father would scold me. He came near me, and I waited for a slap. He said, "As your secret is out, now you can stop climbing the ladders. You can use the front doors. If it's late, I will come to pick you up." Am I dreaming? The truth is that my father knew about my secret. He had seen me climbing the ladder not once, but several times. I asked him that if he never had a problem with my singing, why he allowed me to use the ladders. He laughed and replied, "My dear, then where is the fun, the adventure?" I was ashamed of myself. I could never understand my father. He was watching out for me all the time. I realized that whatever others may say, my parents will always be with me.